So you signed up for an online course, now what? My name's Amira. I'll be your instructor, and in this short video, I'm going to talk about class participation in our online asynchronous course, basically the discussion board. Common concerns. Are you wondering why you didn't get full credit on your discussion board post? Or are you dreading participating in the online discussion board? And are you wondering, what are you supposed to say in response to your classmates? Well, these are some of the things that I'm going to address in this short video. Okay, so if you're trying to get full credit, 3 things you need to keep in mind. First, you need to post on time. Second, your posts need to be substantive. And finally, you need to make sure you reply to your class members. So what is on time? In most of my classes, Thursday is the day that I expect the initial post to be uploaded. So in other words, by Thursday, you should be able to hit reply and answer the question, share your ideas, what you learned from reading the course textbook or watching videos, whatever. Thursday is when you make your initial post. And then what do we mean by substantive? Well, a substantive post is complete, correct, clear, concise, and creative. By complete, I mean you have thoroughly answered all parts of the question. So you're keeping it real, right? You're not skimming over it. You're being thorough. By correct, you're providing accurate information. You're using information that you learned from reading the course textbook or watching videos. It's credible information. You're not just pulling something from nowhere, all right? Clear, you've proofread and you've corrected any grammatical or mechanical errors, and you've also used spacing. Often people will write one big long paragraph, and it's like, no, don't do that to us. Go ahead and space it out. 3 to 5 sentences, and then a break, and then 3 to 5 more sentences, right? Use a heading, give it a catchy title, all right? So complete is thoroughly answering all parts of the question. Correct is providing accurate information. Clear is it's readable, it's easy to follow. Concise, you're not just repeating yourself, okay? You don't need to be redundant. Don't do that, okay? We don't have a lot of time to be reading through a bunch of fluff. Leave the fluff out. Focus on what's most important. Now, I'm not saying focus on most important at the expense of examples. You definitely want to include examples or jokes or pictures or links to videos or links to articles because that's part of complete. But you don't want to have unnecessary extra stuff. You don't want to go off on a tangent. All right. You don't want to just have a bunch of filler stuff in there. And then the creative part is all that fun stuff of letting your personality shine through in your discussion board posts. The best classes, the best online classes are ones where the discussion board is popping, where we're all on the discussion board like, oh, what she said? And you're actually learning something. So go ahead and put the time in, put the effort in. All right. So on time, substantive, and then reply to peers. In most all of my classes, I require that you make an initial post and then you reply to 2 or more class members. And this isn't just something that I made up. This is actually based on educational research. So in addition to teaching psychology, I've been pursuing a degree in educational psychology. And so I've taken a lot of classes, read a lot of articles, and I've learned a little bit about pedagogy. And I've learned a little bit about what helps people to grasp information, retain information, and also be engaged in the class. So you're having a conversation. This is an online class, but I still want you to connect with other people. It's almost like if you're on TikTok or you're on Facebook or you're on Instagram and you're leaving a comment, okay? Sometimes the comments are more interesting than the post itself. Think of our discussion board like that. The reply to peers is a chance for you to connect with other students in the class. And you don't always have to agree. You can respectfully disagree. That's welcome just as much as it is agreeing. What you don't want to do is just say, good job. Let me guess. You've had other online classes, and from past experience, you think the discussion board is just a waste of time. I can tell you that's not the case in this class. I spend a lot of time and effort making sure you have prompts that are juicy, prompts that get your mind thinking, okay? I put in the effort. I'm giving you a chance to show what you know. So the discussion board can be a wonderful time for you can be the best part of the class, okay? So you're not so sure what to say when you reply to your class members. I got you. First things first, to make it easier on yourself, when you make your initial post, you're not going to see any other class members' post until you make your initial post, because that's how I have it set up when I set up the discussion board. And I do that so that we don't have a lot of repetition. Obviously, there can still be repetition, but I cut down on a lot of the repetition by making you share your original post first, and then you have access to whoever has also made their original post. You don't have to go with just the first person you see. You can actually scroll down and find someone who hasn't had anyone reply to them, or who has only one other student reply to them, and reply to them. So, this gives you a chance to, kind of spread the love. Next, I already said, think of this as a virtual conversation. It's like you're talking with your fellow class members, you're talking with me. Um, when you read your class members' initial post, read it with a critical eye. Okay, so you're kind of dissecting, you're using higher order thinking. So you're analyzing and you're synthesizing. By analyzing, I mean you're looking for concepts or theories that connect to bigger pictures, right? You're breaking it down, and then you're connecting it with the big picture, if you will. You're the teacher. When you're replying to your class member, you're the teacher. You're the person who's in authority. So you want to make sure what you share is credible. And when possible, go ahead and give a reference to the textbook, include a page number, or give a reference to another textbook in another class, or an article that you read that was credible, or even a video or a TED Talk. Okay. So you're the teacher. Expand. Find something that they said that was interesting and then expand on it. It's definitely okay to use humor. It's definitely okay to include citations. You want to organize the information. Even if you want to take what they said, paraphrase it, and then add one new thing, that's fine too. You could also think of this, if you play basketball, as the person who made the initial post, they've given you an alley-oop, and now it's time for you to do a slam dunk. Okay? If so, you're trying to be a part of the learning community, contribute to the learning community when you respond on the discussion board. Some final tips: remember your audience, contribute to the lesson, remember presentation matters, and be you. Again, I'm Amira, Professor Sims, and I look forward to reading your posts on the discussion board.